Can you imagine a book, we're talking just paper and ink, being so powerful, so unbelievably dangerous that governments all over the world are absolutely terrified of their own citizens reading it? This isn't just some controversial text, it's seen as a genuine threat.
So that's the big question, right? What on earth could be written on these pages that makes the people in charge react so strongly? That's the mystery we're going to unravel right now.
You know, when this book first came out, the backlash was instant, and it was harsh. In the Soviet Union, if you were caught with a copy, just having it in your house, you were looking at 10 years in prison. Think about that. A decade of your life gone for reading a book.
But East Germany, they took it to a whole other level. It wasn't just a simple crime over there. No. If you had this book, you were officially branded a traitor to the entire state. They weren't just punishing an action, they were literally punishing a thought.
And don't think this is all just some dusty old history. This is happening today, right now. If you're in China and you try to search for this book online, you'll find nothing. The Great Firewall just blocks you. Your screen flashes 404 error. It's like it never even existed.
And get this, just last year in Belarus, police raided someone's home. And what was their big crime? They had a PDF of the book on their computer, a digital file. That's how real the threat is still considered. The book, of course, is George Orwell's 1984.
Okay, so to really get this book, you have to understand the man behind it. George Orwell wasn't just some author sitting in a comfortable study. His entire life was this incredible journey that pushed him to write this desperate warning to all of us, a warning he was literally racing against death to finish.
I mean, look at his path. He starts out as part of the system, an imperial police officer enforcing the rules, but he gets so disgusted by the oppression he sees that he just quits, choosing to live in poverty instead. Then he goes and fights against fascism in the Spanish Civil War, gets shot in the throat, and sees with his own eyes how easily governments can lie and make people disappear from history. So, while he's literally dying from tuberculosis, he pours all of that horror and experience into one last book, 1984, publishing it just 7 months before he died.
So what is this terrifying world that he created? Let's take a quick peek inside the superstate of Oceania. It's a place ruled by a single party. No elections, no arguments, just total, absolute control.
And looming over everyone and everything is this figure they call Big Brother. He's the face of the party, a constant symbol that you are never, ever alone. And that famous phrase, Big Brother is watching you, it's not just a catchphrase, it's the law of the land.
So how exactly is Big Brother watching? Through something called the telescreen. Just imagine a TV in your house that you can never, ever turn off. It pumps out government propaganda all day long, but here's the kicker. It's also watching and listening to you. Every move, every whisper, 24/7. Privacy is a word that doesn't even exist.
In this world, the absolute worst crime you can possibly commit is something called thought crime. And who enforces this? The thought police. These guys don't arrest you for things you do, they arrest you for things you think. The wrong look on your face, a flicker of doubt in your eye, and that's it, you're gone.
Now this is where it gets really crazy. To control the present, the party controls the past, and that's the job of the Ministry of Truth. Let's say the party makes a promise and breaks it. No problem. The ministry just rewrites every newspaper, every book, every record to show that the promise was never made. History is whatever the party says it is right now.
And this is the party's official slogan. It's the ultimate mind game. These slogans are total contradictions, and they're designed to completely shatter your ability to think for yourself. Because hey, if they can make you believe this, they can make you believe absolutely anything.
So, that's the world of 1984. You know, a terrifying piece of fiction written more than 70 years ago. But the real reason this book is still so feared, so banned, is that Orwell's fiction is looking more and more like our reality every single day.
Let's just start with the most obvious one. Orwell's telescreen was a device in every home that watched and listened. What do we have today? The smartphone, a device we voluntarily carry everywhere that tracks our location, listens with its mic, and sees with its camera. And there are 4.9 billion of these things active in the world right now. In over 100 countries, governments have the legal right to tap into them for surveillance. The global network for watching is already built.
And what about controlling information? You know, like the Ministry of Truth. Well, in 2024 alone, major tech companies deleted 1.3 billion user posts. That is a staggering number of opinions and ideas simply wiped from the digital conversation. many times because they went against the official story.
And sometimes, the control is way more direct. In just one recent year, governments around the world shut down the internet 283 times. And the excuse is almost always the same: public safety. They cut off the flow of information to keep control.
So what does this all actually mean for us? Well, the truth you see online is often just shaped by an algorithm designed to keep you clicking, not keep you informed. You have professionals who are scared to voice their real opinions online because they're afraid some HR AI will flag them. We know that history on places like Wikipedia can be changed. And your location? It can be tracked thousands of times without anyone ever asking for a warrant. The tools of control are here.
So, all of this brings us to the end of the book, and maybe Orwell's most important message of all. In the story, the hero is broken. He ends up loving Big Brother. It feels completely hopeless. But Orwell left us a clue. The story goes that Orwell left the very last page of his original manuscript completely blank. And that's such a powerful symbol, isn't it? He brilliantly laid out the design of the prison, every lock, every bar, but he deliberately left it up to us, the people who would come after him, to figure out how to get out.
And that leaves us with one final, very important question. Think about it. From the time we're kids, the stories we hear, the news we watch, it all primes us. It shapes how we think about everything. Love, success, what matters. It builds our reality for us. So the question Orwell's blank page is really asking is this: is the reality you're living in truly your own? Or is it one that's been built for you? Finding the answer to that, that's where the escape begins.